Hey Sonoran Scalers, welcome back to the channel. Recently I unboxed, assembled, and did a brief overview on this awesome scale Injora Hardbody. The most common question that I've received so far is what was the fitment process like, particularly what needed to be trimmed or modified in order to get this to fit on the Axial SCX10 chassis that I chose to mount it on. So in today's video, you're going to get to take advantage of some of my learning curve, because if I could do this again for a second time, I would trim a little less, I would trim a little differently, and I believe that there is a way that this can all be done that would leave your trimming very, very minimal and concealed. Let's dive right into it. Alright guys, so we are out in the shop and I will pull the body off of this thing and just show you briefly the chassis here. Receiver, they were originally where the battery is mounted now, and I've mounted one on each side. Your areas that you're going to need to trim will be this ESC heatsink area, the receiver area, the transmission, the motor if you want it to sit really low, and the spur gear is the big one. The spur gear would be pretty much everybody, and that is going to be right here. You're going to trim in between the seats. Take out that center console, but you could leave all of the upper section of the center console, including this kind of elbow pad here, which will help to conceal it really quite well when looking at the inside of the cab. Now I've cut out some more material, and as I said, if I were doing it again, I wouldn't cut out as much because I did not end up seating the body as low as I originally planned to. Right here I cut out for the transmission bulkhead to stick up through. I didn't need to. And right there is that elbow pad of the armrest. I recommend you leave that. It will completely, basically all but conceal the cutout for that spur gear to be spinning freely up in there. Now back to the underside again, where I chose to go with the receiver and ESC. There are three injection molding gates under each seat, and I just took a Dremel with a cutoff wheel and hacked those off relatively flush just to make enough room in the underside of that seat for it to hold each one of those electronic components. I've used a magnetic mounting system, so there's a rare earth magnet in each of the four corners, and that helped so I didn't have to put any holes in the body. And then I just added a coat of black, kind of matte black spray paint lightly underneath. I found it was kind of strange that the underside came just raw white paint, plastic color, and it looks a lot better just kind of simulating an undercoating process or something. Just black looks better under there than the white. So anyways, it was a simple install. Took the better part of a day, but it was quite a bit of fun. So don't be afraid to undertake the project. You'll end up with a really cool, really realistic scale body. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure to do so and check out one of these other videos. Until the next one, take care, guys.